everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. It's nice to have you here. So today we are going to be doing something really fun and exciting. We are going to be following a step-by-step painting tutorial. So we are following an easy watercolor sunset tutorial for beginners step-by-step by Mad Art. I'm so sorry if I just butchered your name. I will put them in the description box to give them full credit, and I will obviously be putting up their tutorial here as well. So this should be exciting. I am not a painter. I was not gifted in letting the paint, the brush hit the page and speak its words. I was born to draw stick figures and paint triangle dresses. I was not made to paint, so this should be quite fun and sad at the same time for me. But to make it a bit more interesting, I am going to be drinking a glass of wine and getting a bit tipsy while we do so, to make the video a bit more fun. Yeah, so I'm very excited because I'm not a big painter. I rarely ever paint. I did buy a mini kid set of watercolor paints. It came with, I bought 2 different sets in actual fact. One of them just came with 4 colors and the other one came with 5 colors. The other one came with a bunch of brushes, whereas the other set that I got only came with 1 brush. One of them came with a little paint palette, and this thing, I assume you put water in it or you mix paint in it, I don't know. We also have a brush cleaner. I think we've got everything that we sort of need. Oh, and one of the sets also came with canvas paper. So I'm not going to be using an actual canvas, but we do have this, and I'm going to tape it to to my makeshift stand, because I don't have a paint stand. Let me show you what I've done here. Look at this. This is makeshift at its finest, because I don't have anything that is professional. Let's begin. Okay, so add some water. They've drawn their hills. Should I do that? Should I draw my hills? No, I'm gonna wing it. We're gonna wing it. Now we're going in with yellow. He's going too fast. I need slow. Squirt. That was kind of a satisfying sound, I must admit. So lately I've been feeling really, I don't know, down lately, I guess. And I can't really explain why. I have no reason to be down. You know, my life is pretty good. But I was talking to my friend the other day because we went for a picnic. And, you know, she was asking me like, how am I? And, you know, what have I been doing? And all that jazz. And honestly, I just didn't want to talk to her. I know that sounds really bad, but it's more of a case of I just wasn't in the right frame of mind. And she asked me like, you know, what's going on? Do I want to talk about anything? And honestly, I just couldn't talk to her about what I wanted to talk about, because when you don't know what's wrong, you can't really talk about things with people. And I felt really bad about it, because at the same time, I knew she was trying to be helpful, but you know when you don't know what you want in life and you feel like everything's hard and you're struggling? Like, everyone's struggling, don't get me wrong, everyone is struggling. You know, I'm in a phase where I've just finished uni and I feel like I'm not making progress in my life. And it bugs me that they're in life that society has put into people that you have to have things by a certain age. Like I was speaking to one friend, a different friend, who was saying how I need to have a career before I'm 30 because I don't want to be struggling. And it kind of annoyed me, because at the same time she doesn't know what I'm doing to get my career started. But also, what if I don't have a career by the time I'm 30? Would it really matter? Would it really be that much of a problem if I didn't have a career by the time I was 30? And I thought about it, I was like, no, it wouldn't, because some people don't even want careers. It bugs me that society puts this structure in where you have to have this by the time you're 30, you have to be this by the time you're 30, you have to have a family before you're 30, you have to have a career before you're 30, you have to have a house before you're 30. I don't think that's ever going to happen for me. Not by the time I'm 30, and maybe not even after. Because things are just too expensive right now. I'm never going to be able to afford a house until, you know, probably my late 30s. And unfortunately, that's just life. Unfortunately, I'm dealing with this now, and wages are not fit for buying a house right now. And I think a lot of people can relate to this, particularly a lot of people in my age group. And it's not just a case of buying a house, it's maintaining said house with the wages that you're being paid that aren't exactly made to live on. And so when she was saying, I know she was trying to be helpful, that I have to have this, and because she's spoken to other people, and just because she's got her life together doesn't mean I have my life together. And I think that should be okay. You know, we don't always have our lives together. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to get into the industry that I want to work in, and whether or not that's ever going to happen, who knows? Because it's a very hard industry to get into, and it may never happen for me. But it really upset me the past few weeks that, and I've been thinking about it a lot. I get that she was trying to be helpful, but it isn't helpful to be told that you need to have this, you need to have that. And I think it's because, you know, women have such a short biological clock that we have to do things in a rush. And I don't want to be in a rush, because I don't really want certain things that people want in their lives as women. You know, I don't really care about having a family. I don't really care about any of that, but I do understand where she's coming from. You know, I do understand that she's trying to say you need to have your life sort of planned a little bit. But I'm not planning anything. I'm just going through life hoping and trying to get somewhere. But having everyone tell you you need to have this and that and the next thing, it doesn't help. It just makes me feel like shit. Anyway, and I don't know if any of you have felt like this, but if you have, do let me know, because I thought I was the only one feeling this way, but apparently I'm not. And I'm so thankful that I'm not, because I watched Maddie Dragsbeck's video the other day, her current video, and she was saying how she's been feeling the same way. That she's not about, you know, having a career, but about the fact that life seems a bit boring right now. And for creative people, there's nothing new. There's nothing out there and innovative, and we're in a creative funk. I'm most certainly in a creative funk. I'm having my moments and my time to figure out stuff. Dude, you're going too fast. Take a sip of wine. Love me some good wine. They're using a pink. I don't have pink. We're gonna mix pink. Do-do-do. But aside from the fact that I've been feeling this way, I've also been feeling really good. You know, I have my moments, I have my ups and downs, just like everybody else. So it's not been all bad, and I do have some creative ideas happening. You know, I've got a video coming out next week, and I'm very excited for it. It's got one of my friends in it, and you've already seen her. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I hope you're gonna enjoy the video that's coming, because I'm looking so forward to it. Okay, that's more of like a reddish type pink. I feel like this is going to end up the same way as my Trixie Mattel makeup. A disaster. I love painting though, it's so therapeutic, and if this goes well, I might make some more videos like this of me just painting. Pardon me. Of me just painting. My friend and I really want to go to one of those paint and wine class, and then you go and you taste different wines while you're painting. But I can just imagine what my friends and I are going to be like at one of those. And also, I think we are planning on going to one. The only problem is right now everything is so expensive, so we're trying to save money. So I decided, let me do one at home just to have fun and see how it goes. But also we'll get to use like proper paint sets, not just me using kids paint that is kind of shitty. I'm not that terrible, but this tutorial is making it a lot easier. It looks a mess, but I'm having fun. And if it doesn't go well, we can just say it's abstract. They're using like a more rounder brush. This is very flat, but I don't have a rounder brush, so we're going with this. Oh, now we're doing the hills. That's like a brownie color. I don't have a brown, so we're gonna need to make a brown. Okay, let's paint the hills. I think the only thing I was gifted in is having a very steady hand. She says as she makes a squiggle. I haven't really painted anything in a long time other than houses. My friend is moving into her house in September, and I really want her to have a house painting party where we all drink wine and we paint the house, because that sounds like fun to me. I've heard people do that and I love that idea, because that's what I would do. I would have a painting party. Tell me in the comments, would you have a painting party for your house? Although, would you be able to trust your friends drinking and painting your house? Let me know. Normally I'm in like too much of a rush to do these sorts of things, but I'm having so much fun doing this. You know what, this is not turning out that bad. I'm quite proud of myself. I say that and then we'll get to the end and we'll be like, excuse me, what the hell did you just create? You know what, I'm gonna try and celebrate the failure that might ensue. It might turn out quite good, to be honest, because I've been trying to do that lately. I've been trying to celebrate my failures, because I feel like we celebrate our achievements, but we should also be celebrating our failures, because without our failures, we never succeed, because you learn from your failures. You hear me? So I've been trying to celebrate as many failures as possible, because I think it's good for me to acknowledge that without my failures, I wouldn't have succeeded in anything that I did. Because with those failures, you're practicing. And with every practice, you get better. Oh my god, this is so cute. I'm so happy. You can sort of see it, but I'll show you the full thing afterwards. Okay, now we're drawing trees. Guys, I forgot to say, please do let me know if you have any content ideas that you would like me to do. Any video ideas, because I'm very much open to trying anything. I am probably going to do another game video because I really enjoyed doing that. You know, I've never quite understood art, and it's probably because I'm not an art connoisseur. I'm not someone who looks at art and is like, oh, I can really see what the artist has done here. The use of red really shows his emotions. I've just never been like that. And they used to try and do that with us in school. Like, I don't know about you guys, but in my school, it was always, when we were studying Shakespeare, particularly when we were studying Macbeth. Now, I love Macbeth, I really do. I think it's a fantastic story. Once you move past the GCSE version of it, once you move past all that and you're able to study English on your own, or English in university level, you really learn a lot more about Macbeth and the characters and what they stood for. Like, for instance, the 3 Lifeline sisters in Macbeth are Greek mythology creatures. They're in Hercules, if you want to have the comparison. I never knew about those until afterwards. Now, I would have preferred to have learnt about that rather than what does the colour blue in Macbeth represent? And you're supposed to be like, oh, it represents his sadness or his reflection of his time. Complete BS. The colour blue was in there because the author liked blue, without actually asking the author. How you gonna know? How you gonna know? I'm really happy with my tree now that I put the green in there. It looks really good. Oh, he's doing a little bird. Okay, I need to do a bird. Now he's just painting, he or she are just painting the bottom to be a bit more potent. So I'm gonna do that too. You know, so this is kind of nice just to be able to sit and have the house really quiet, be able to do this. This was a great video to follow. Really simple, really easy. Guys, I forgot to tell you, I've been watching a South Korean program on Netflix called All of Us Are Dead. Guys, it is so good. Like, I'm a huge horror fan. Like, I love horror films. I love zombie films. I don't know why. I'm like that. I think it's because I want to work on horror films one day. I think that's my dream. I want to be a horror film maker. And basically, nobody does zombies like South Korea, and the Japanese are just so good. Like, for instance, the Train to Busan, so good. That's the video over. I'll show you this in a second. But let me tell you, it's so good. It's so good. And season 2 is coming soon. But basically, I'm not going to give anything away. It's a bunch of students in a private school that get trapped in a school once a zombie outbreak happens. You can see it in the trailer. And this group of students are obviously trying to find a way to the safe zone. But then they take it up a notch, and you'll have to go and see for yourself. It's so good. It's so good, guys. Go and watch it. Also watch The Train to Busan. Best zombie film I've ever watched. Period. Anyway, so let me show you my little work of art. Oh, you can't really see it when it's on the board. Ta-da! It's not that bad. I will take $5,000, please. No, I'm joking. Is it great? No. Does it look like his picture? No. But I did an okay job for someone who doesn't paint. This is not bad. That is the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and to leave a comment down below. And I shall see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Have a great evening.